Godzilla, King of the Monsters is the newest film in this monsterverse and is the sequel to Godzilla from 2014. Here, Godzilla takes on some new monsters while the human characters have a dilemma on their minds about whether to save the Titans or kill them. I thought that Godzilla from 2014 was a great movie. It's one of my favorite monster movies of all time. That film did a lot right for Godzilla and what he's supposed to look like, what that film should have been like. And when I saw trailers for King of the Monsters, I became instantaneously excited because of how good those trailers were. And after watching this movie, I feel the same after I watched Kong Skull Island. It's just okay. It's nothing close to how good the first Godzilla was. For those of you who are confused why I love that first Godzilla so much, and I know the complaints, the movie did not show enough of Godzilla, I get that, but at the same time, I was okay with that decision because towards the end of the movie, it all pays off. And what else that movie did so well was that it felt like there was a lot at stake. Also, there was fear in myself while watching this movie. I was scared to death of Godzilla and the creatures he was fighting in that movie. The direction of that film was phenomenal. Plus the characters in that film, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, who plays his wife, and Bryan Cranston, who plays Aaron Taylor Johnson's father. I thought all of them were pretty good in the movie, especially Bryan Cranston. Yes, it would have been nice had they utilized them more, but the characters in that movie, I connected with them. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, on the other hand, my biggest problem with this film is how all the characters are absolute crap, and I could care less if any of them died. I know the first Godzilla didn't show enough of Godzilla, and this movie, sure, we get more Godzilla, but how much more? 5 minutes maybe? 10 max? And that's about it? Every time there's a fight going on, instead of focusing on the fight at hand, the camera cuts back to these boring human characters showing us what they are doing during this great battle that's taking place. And they kept doing that. They show the human characters more often during a monster fight than the actual monsters. It made more sense in Godzilla from 2014 to do that because the characters were not only more developed, but at the end, we do get this giant, great battle that focuses less on the human characters and more on the Titans. Whereas in this movie, it feels like 90% of the movie cares about the characters and the other 10% in the background are the monsters. They don't do very much either to develop these characters. In fact, I hated pretty much every character in this movie. There is no good motivation. One of the characters' decisions in this film, holy crap, what are you thinking? It reminded me of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, just a mind-numbing decision. How stupid are you? But not only was this movie bad in regards of characters, not focusing enough on the monsters once again, but it also feels extremely corny with forced humor that I did not laugh at once. The movie is not believable or realistic. There is this sense of there being a lot less at stake compared to the first film. And there was simply no fear provoked in myself while watching Godzilla, King of the Monsters, just like that first Godzilla movie in 2014. I was not afraid of King Ghidorah, Rodan, or Godzilla in this film. Cool. But I will say it, the monster fights in this movie are very entertaining. Every single time Godzilla is fighting one of these other Titans on the screen, I was having a great time. The fights were thrilling. There were about 40 minutes to an hour of this movie that I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm having a good time. Don't have many problems. And then towards the end, I did not like the movie as much, but about 40 to an hour of this movie and that time span, it's okay, and some things are reasonable, others might not be as reasonable, but the movie does not always fail. There are some positives to take away, even though most of them have to do with the monster fights in this film. Godzilla, King of the Monsters is not the best movie I've seen this year by any means. It's not even close. It's a slightly below average movie with many problems, definitely not nearly as good as Godzilla from 2014 in my opinion. I'm giving Godzilla, King of the Monsters a 53% walking out of the theater, my mindset was a tad bit different than what I'm thinking right now. I believe in my head, I was like, okay, that was average. But now that I think about it a little bit deeper, yeah, this movie was pretty disappointing. Alright, and for those of you who have also seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, be sure to let me know down below in that comment section what your thoughts are of it. Yeah, summer 2019 has already been a bit disappointing for myself. People, don't be like me. Don't have high expectations for any film. Just go watch movies and have a good time. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.